So three.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the meditation at Unitarian Universalist Church of Reading in Massachusetts, or anywhere for that matter in this time of COVID. All right. Let's begin our morning meditation with a sort of quiet observation, as one of our attendees this morning had observed the volcano of their life. So if you can relate to that, just quietly reflect on the week, um, how you're feeling right now. Just take stock of the emotional tone, the mental state, the physical state of your body, how you're feeling, you know, in the muscles and the bones. Mostly not as a means to sort of relive the volcanic activity of your life, but to use it as a touch point to compare to how you feel during meditation and how you feel afterwards. It's good to reflect after meditation to say to yourself, wow, that was good, or wow, that was terrible. Um, because we're always reflecting, in our effort to reduce suffering. This is the path of the Buddha, this particular form of meditation. We're always trying to reflect on what it was that leads us to suffering and what it is that might lead us towards happiness, contentment. Um, and it is true that um, there are different roads for different people to happiness. And meditation may not be it. Um, I think this particular crowd has self-selected as being folks who've noticed that this helps. So hopefully this will be a confirmatory exercise, but it's always good to keep tabs. Let's now sort of take a sharp right turn. Um, Open your eyes for a second and look, if you're near a window, um, take a look outside, and notice um, nature. Um, I do have a nice window here where I have the benefit of looking out into the trees between my home and the pond. And there are uh, some yellows and oranges mixed in with evergreens. There are a few squirrels bickering over something rather heatedly. Um, and set beyond that is the sort of quiet waters of the pond. And reflect on, what this view of the world outside has to say to you. Um, in my case, I see the calmness of the water off in the distance, that background, and but noticing that life still goes on with those bickering squirrels in the forefront. I can see that both calmness and chaos coexist rather nicely in this world, and that it is, as Hank had mentioned on the sermon this Sunday, which I thought was particularly good. Um, we are very much driven by what we're listening for, whether it be a cricket in the middle of New York City, or the sound of money change sort of falling to the ground, or the chaos of the taxi cabs and the millions of people around you. You have the ability to direct your attention to something that you'd like to be gravitating towards. So perhaps this morning, tune yourself into something outside of your window. Tune into the crickets that do, in fact, populate New York City in great abundance, or the rabbits, or the squirrels. And settle in on one of those images of what we want to choose to focus on today, in contrast to the volcanic activity of our life. I'll bring my mind to the calm waters in the background of the pond. You can share that with me, or settle in on your own personal setting at home. And notice as you bring yourself to attune to that imagery, that the body itself already begins to settle into a state of calmness, relative quiet, and it begins to shed some of the emotional and mental and physical consequences of, chaos. And just allow your mind to follow, allow your body to follow that settling. With each breath, settling further. With each breath, releasing tension in the body, wherever it needs to be. Let the muscles drape over the skeleton, and release any holding or grasping throughout the body, in the hands, the hips, the feet, the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes, the roof of the mouth. Allow your awareness to sink slowly from the head down through the center of the body to the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus and kidneys, to the belly, to just below the navel. Soften the belly, soften the mind. And as we settle into just sort of sustained period of meditation, um, let's use the imagery that we may have selected early on. For me, it's the water. Uh, and for you, again, you can share that with me or use your own. Um, and allow that imagery to settle as well, the sensations of that experience to settle into the hara, the center of gravity. Um, I've chosen wisely in that I can imagine uh, that water always finds its level and its calmness um, by sinking um, to the lowest point. And so here, the water, the calmness of the water, the adaptability of the water, resting at my center is particularly soothing, um, and hopefully yours can be as well. So we can let the body breathe itself, but use the imagery as a way to return the body, the breath, and the mind to its calm center. And for a brief moment, we'll again take stock of the state of our body, the state of our mind, the state of our emotions, and do a little uh, comparison to how we felt at the beginning of our session, now that we're about halfway through. And if you have attained an increase in relaxation and calm, perhaps some contentment or gratitude or happiness in this settling, um, give yourself 3 cheers for that accomplishment. And sort of etch this one additional experience of relief into your psyche so that you can use it as a tool next time on your own. To tune into that part of you which seeks out and finds calm, seeks out and hears the crickets in the midst of New York City. And then again, repeat that settling experience by letting the mind sink slowly from the head to the throat to the heart, the solar plexus and the kidneys, the belly, and then the center, the hara. Allow your life energy or chi or ki assume the form of the imagery that you chose at the beginning, in mind being water, and allow your energy to float with the calm of that imagery at the center and outwards throughout your entire body. Again, if the mind wanders, gently allow it to return to the center, to the imagery you've chosen. Let the body's energy reflect that to which you're attuned. If it's water, let it settle, find its level. If it's earth or material things, let it ground. If it's air, um, allow the expanse to absorb and receive um, what you need to let go of. And if it's energetic or fire in nature, let it uh, cleanse and burn away like autumn leaves in the fire, setting free the pain and challenges of the past. And set your sights to looking forward, listening towards uh, the calm and the contentment that we seek. And in these last few minutes of our meditation, let's release the imagery that we chose earlier on, and then just choose to listen on this little, um, almost a riddle. Um, as you look inwardly and you feel the calm that has been produced by uh, listening in the context of your image. Now reflect on listening to you. because, of course, over the last half hour, you have been doing just that, listening to you with all of your inward facing senses. And um, as you listen to you, uh, just like that scene outside the window where there is a perfect harmony of chaos and calm, the squirrels against the backdrop of the pond, so are you. And we have found this peace, this tranquility, and perhaps a little insight by choosing to listen to ourselves in this way. What is the sound of you? What do you look like, feel like? What do you sound like? It's what you choose to look, see, and feel. Choose wisely. And now we're going to slowly come out of our meditation. Allow the next inhale to be a little bit deeper. And on the exhale, bring some movement to the fingers and the toes and the spine. Allow the next inhale to be even deeper. And on the exhale, slowly open the eyes. May all living beings have happiness and its causes. May all be free from unhappiness and its causes. May all dwell in equanimity, free from attraction or aversion. And may all quickly find the great happiness that lies beyond all misery. And may all enjoy inner and outer peace now and forever. Namo Amitofo. All right, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time.